All right, our last bit of news before we get to a lot of the combine stuff. The Giants are listening to trade offers for Kayvon Thibodeaux. This isn't shocking
not
with
at
the
all.
state of their roster.
Yes.
Burns and Abdul Carter are the guys there. Joe Shane, though, on the Dexter Lawrence trade question said, I don't know where they are coming from.
Yes.
A lot of Giants news.
I would second that, first off.
Well, that just makes no sense.
No, that I don't know where that totally seems like an internet bullshit rumor, almost like the Texans might release or try to trade C.J. Stroud.
Right.
It's like, who started that? Where did that come from? Is that Pizzagate? I mean, what the hell are we talking about? Like, seriously, like, it's crazy. And first off, what you got right now, you got Denard Wilson, who believes in big people on the defensive line. And Dexter Lawrence is no question one of the 3 or 4 best defensive tackles in all of football. So, yeah, that makes no sense. There's no way they're letting him go. One of the strengths of their team is their defense right now. We know that, or their defensive front. Now, the Kayvon Thibodeaux thing, like you said, we're not surprised by that.
Sure.
I think they did a disservice to Abdul Carter last year in favor of Kayvon Thibodeaux, which was wrong. Kayvon Thibodeaux is not in the class of Abdul Carter as a pass rusher. Abdul Carter was already the second best pass rusher on their team last year. And don't just look at sacks. Look at pressures, how we got to the quarterback, the disruption. That was way better than people are giving it credit for when you break down Abdul Carter. And now think of what he can be when he's going to play on the outside consistently.
That's right.
Right? We came in here so many weeks last year going, is he just going to play defensive tackle at third down all the time?
Right.
Is that what he is? And so that wasn't fair to him. So, yes, within that, they got to put him at the position they drafted him for to where he'll be most successful and most dangerous for their team and for opposing offenses. And Kayvon Thibodeaux is a good player. Don't get me wrong. I was always one that I never thought he was worth the top 5 pick. I never thought that. But a first-round pick, sure. I always was aware of that. But I think the things that I worried about coming out in college are the same things we see now. It's not super explosive. It doesn't have great bend or fluidity around the edge, right? He's physical. He's strong. He plays hard. Right. I like all of that stuff. But, yeah, this is the Abdul Carter, Brian Burns show now. And we'll see where it goes. But here's what I ask you. What do you think they could get for a Kayvon Thibodeaux?
I'm fascinated by this. So, number one,
he had what? 2.5 sacks last year?
Yeah, and I believe he's been banged up at different times.
He is.
It's kind of fitting to his style. Like, he plays like a rugged edge.
He plays like a rugged edge.
He's not the size of one.
And he does. But he's also a little leaner and thinner than sometimes you see those guys on the edge.
Exactly, so he gets beat up.
Exactly right.
So here's the situation, Chris. Yeah. They almost have to trade him. Not have to, but in theory, it's logical to trade him because, one, he's playing on the 5th-year option. If you trade him on the 5th-year option, you save all $14.7 million. Every last cent.
Right.
Every last cent. You don't owe anything.
Right.
You're not going to sign him after his age 26 season because you have 2 number 1 pass rushers.
Yes.
You have Brian Burns, who's unbelievable, still underrated.
Definitely.
Abdul Carter, like you said.
It's a budding superstar.
You didn't have to watch the tape the last month of the season. If you watch the Giants play, he stood out on
no question.
the broadcast every time.
Right.
Kayvon Thibodeaux is probably a really solid number 2 somewhere.
Yes.
Like a team that needs a number 2, a little more dirty work, run defender, effort rusher is like what I like to call them. Right. I know it seems disrespectful, but it's not. Those guys are valuable in this league.
Exactly right.
You almost wish you could find what the Jets just did, the player-for-player swap, because picks are always good, but I feel like John Harbaugh wants to really floor it here. Like, he's like, I want to win right now. That's why you hear already Jeremiah Love and Sonny Styles connected to the Giants because they're not afraid of, we need the perfect player for years. No, let's get a great player right now. Let's do it right now.
Right.
But those are hard to figure out.
Yes.
Like Jermaine Johnson and Tavondre Sweat, it was like, this makes a ton of sense. The teams know each other. It's a scheme-for-scheme swap. They're both affordable at this stage. A team taking on $15 million is a lot of money.
It is.
So can they find a player to offload? I'm trying to think. Like, this feels like a player that the Bears should be calling on.
I don't disagree with you there.
They come top of mind.
Right? The Dallas Cowboys need edge guys. I thought about them, but I doubt an in-division swap would happen there. But, yes,
Patriots?
in theory, the Patriots, he would fit that. He's certainly 3-4-ish type outside linebacker like you talked about. He plays physical. He can set the edge. He plays the run game. He's just not going to be the guy that you're going to go consistently. We feel like he can get 10 to 12 sacks. That's the problem with Kayvon Thibodeaux. So, yeah, where does that go? But I'm with you that, I would think, yes, he gets traded when it's all said and done. I would think the Giants would want to trade him before the draft. for the reasons you said. So Harbaugh and Joe Schoen have a little more things to play with here in the draft because it makes no sense to keep them, like as you're explaining. Yeah, I know we need a lot of pass rushers, but, too many assets at one spot, that starts to affect your team, like we've kind of talked about with Chicago and DJ Moore.
Right.
Maybe there's your player-for-player swap to some degree.
They also are trying to trade Tremaine Edmonds.
That's right.
And the money is almost identical.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
But, Tremaine Edmonds, I don't know what you think of him as a player right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that.
I don't think so either.
No, I think the Giants' middle linebackers, as they have them right now, are better than Tremaine Edmonds.
And they are still talking about upgrading.
Exactly right.
So,
yeah, I'm not for that either.
Yeah,
I kind of went into the basic test, and I don't know if I said this to you, but I know I said this to some people in Chicago last week on the radio and stuff at the Combine. I just said, hey, Tremaine Edmonds, he's still a freaky athlete.
Yeah.
He's big, he's long. But I just said, come on, let's be serious. I mean, Chicago was on national TV like the last 7 weeks of the year. How many times did we say Tremaine Edmonds' name? I mean, almost none. I mean, right. So that, again, sometimes those basic tests just like that say all you need to hear. But regardless, yes, I would think there's something out there for Kayvon Thibodeaux. 5th-year option, right? Not signed up longer than that. You only get 1 year from him. I don't know what you'd get. I would think you can maybe get a 3rd rounder, right?
I was going to say 3rd or 4th rounder.
I don't think you're going to get anything higher than that. Right, you're going to get a 3rd rounder because the team's really getting him as a 1-year rental, and they're going to hope he can turn into something to where they offer him a long-term deal. We'll see, but there's no way Sexy Dexy is leaving there. And yes, I would love to see the Giants trade Kayvon Thibodeaux, not because I don't think he's a good player, because we want to set up Brian Burns and Abdul Carter to take over, and then hopefully, to your point, John Harbaugh can go. And I think you're right where I am, where he's looking at the team going, we're kind of a little better than people realize. Right. Like a few players, and like, whoa, we can be kind of a player here in the NFC. And I would imagine with the new coach energy bump that we always see and all of that, yeah, as we've said, and I've said on other radio stations, the Giants, to me, have the chance to be that team that are way down, picking at the top of the draft, that could surprise people next year and be in the playoff conversation. I don't think that's a crazy thing to sit here and say that as we sit here March 2nd.
They're probably looking at themselves, what the Patriots did last year. It's like, okay, we got Vrabel, established head coach. We got Harbaugh, established head coach.
Second-year quarterback
who had some really big moments the first year. The roster's a little better than we even thought. We have assets to use.
Exactly.
Really good assets.
Yo. Thanks for watching, homies. We are now in the NFL season here on Chris Simms Unbuttoned.
Hit subscribe to get our weekly picks, game recaps, film deep dives, and much, much more.
Thanks again for watching. Subscribe, rate, review. Peace out. You know where to find us.